Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are here again for a powerful, another awesome live session. And my name is Julius T. I'm going to be your host for today. Today, I'm going to be your host. So you get yourself ready because I have awesome things to share with you today. If you are just joining in, if you're just tuning in, please go ahead and share the live feed, share the live feed wherever you are, share the live feed. We're going to be having an interesting session today. Now, if you're just joining in, make sure you have enough data activated before we bring in our guest of the day, because it's going to be a fun time. We're going to have learning a lot. Now, knowledge prospers Christianity. Knowledge also prospers us at a personal level, which means that if you want to be successful in life, you cannot be successful being ignorant. You can be successful when you accumulate or acquire enough or a lot of knowledge that can help you. And there is so much knowledge that is buried out there. Some people have had the opportunity to learn that knowledge through education, some through instructions, and some through experiences. Today on the show, we're going to be bringing to you a veteran in the entertainment industry that has learned so much over the years, and his experience and expertise in the business would teach you a lot, will open up and illuminate your minds a lot into things that you did not know. Now, these things will grow you, these things will benefit you, these things will make you successful. So I want to encourage you to join in now as you are connected. I have 7 people in right now, so let's keep sharing the link. Give me a second while I also share a link to my contacts and friends so that they can join in, and before we bring Chichi. Now, get ready, people, get ready, because it's going to be an awesome time we're going to have in. We'll spend quite some time talking about his life. We'll spend quite some time talking about a few other things, you know, about his company that he does for Cameroon as a whole. And so you want to be a part of that experience. So while I'll go ahead and bring Chichi in, before I bring him in, and while you guys are sharing the live feed, I want to quickly play a short video of I'm going down memory lane before I bring Mr. Chichi to talk about this stuff. I want to take him down memory lane, and I want to take all of your viewers down memory lane for you to see that hard work entails sacrifice, and it is not just something that you have a plan today and in a couple of hours you're already successful. No, there is process involved. So let me take you down memory lane to watch this amazing video, and then we're going to talk to Mr. Chi Ladislav, and we're going to have a great time today. So if you're connected, just keep sharing the link, as I get this video up and running.
At his CTVet studio in Yaoundé, he has got the magic touch on every equipment. Everyone calls him Chichi. At 30, the trained sound engineer is a household name in the production sector. He has been running the studio with a 15-man staff since 2009, but today we meet him at work alone.
We do production from trash to treasure. This is a professional studio, and it is made to produce music right up to the mastering, which is a broadcast. And so the demand is increasing because people want quality.
Chichi began as a DJ in 2005, self-taught, and became one of Cameroon's finest, solicited by artists from all over Africa.
Cameroon has been lacking in the spotlight. There is an increased number of people wanting to record in the studio. What is most in demand is urban music.
He is also the brains behind reality shows like The Project, now running on state television.
Welcome to this next phase.
I was privileged to record the theme campaign song for the presidential elections in 2011. I also did a theme song for Yafi, Yaoundé en Fête, and worked with some artists like Santini with the group Cars, Narcisse Price, and many other young artists.
The young producer says he is passionate about his work, but regrets the difficult terrain for production houses like his.
Cameroon music doesn't have a mainstream, it doesn't have a channel which music is being published, or being distributed. So a lot of artists or producers have it difficult to invest in it because the returns is very shallow. So they get skeptical to invest as much as they should invest in a professional production because they're scared of the outcome.
Chi Ladislav, amidst the challenge, is trusting his guts and his talent. He is expanding his studios, hoping to embrace bigger work that will propel Cameroon to the top of African entertainment.
Wow, that was a powerful one. That is Mr. Chichi Ladislav. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen right now is Chichi Ladislav. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Chichi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Welcome, sir. We are excited to have you today on the show. This is The Revolution with myself. My name is Julius T. We have viewers that are logging in right now. Please, if you're just joining in, go ahead and share the live video. Go ahead and share the live feed to all your contacts. What we are about to learn, what we are about to listen to, what we are about to get today is priceless knowledge. You cannot put a price tag to it. And we are privileged to have one of the veterans in industry, one of the great minds in the Cameroon entertainment industry that has had the opportunity of working with great artists, veterans, upcoming artists, and already ready-made artists in the industry. And he's been in the industry for over a decade now, has given him so much experience and expertise. And so I brought him on the show today because I want him to share with us some secrets and things that will cause us to be better off in this industry. So again, you are welcome to AblazeTv. The team is happy to have you. I am happy to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Julius. I don't know, my screen is frozen. I don't know if you can see me and you can hear me.
Yes, I can see you and I can hear you. There is it's a little bit of a buffering, but I can see you. There is some activity as well. So I'm guessing it's the network, which should stabilize in just a little bit.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. So again, the video we just played, there was, I don't know when that video was shot, but that was like almost a decade ago, because I'm pretty sure I was looking at the video. Is that Chichi? Is that really you? Because even you physically, how you look has really changed over the years. When was that video shot?
That video was done in 2014.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about 6 to 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, man. You've come a long way with yourself and the company G3 Studios and then Bliss International Holdings. We want to talk about these three things. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about the studio. Then I want to talk about Bliss International Holdings before we get into talking about the entertainment industry. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Now, you are perfectly bilingual. You speak so well in French and in English, and of course Pidgin. So you are maybe even a dialect, so you can say you speak 4 English. Some people don't know where you're from. Are you from the Northwest? Are you from the Southwest? I did some small homework on you, so I think I have an idea. But please talk to us. Where are you from? Give us a little background about you. Viewers would like to know.
Okay. Talking about me is one of the things I don't like to do passionately.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult for me to talk about myself. It's difficult for me to talk about my works. It's easy for me to talk about projects, but talk about people's projects, develop people's projects, but when it comes to me, it's difficult, but I'll try.
Okay.
I'm from the Northwest region.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a Bamenda boy to the core, you know. I'm from Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh wow. From
yeah,
Bamenda,
I'm
right
from
there.
Malcolm. That's where my name is Chi.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's name is Chi.
Oh wow.
And so I have two Ch's in my name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I prefer the identity of me, which is Chichi, the two Ch's put together.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. You
Oh
know.
wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's just me, a Bamenda boy who is from Bamenda to the world. Let me put it
Okay.
that way.
Okay. Wow, that's good to hear, man. Geraldine is saying here that you are so young and innocent. oh,
Of
that's
course, I am very.
so the thing is, my name too is my name is Julius instead of the Chi, because from what I understood, the Chi was more baffled than Mancon. Mancon has it as T, so my name is Julius T. So if you are from Mancon, we're from the same place from Mancon. I'm from Mancon, precisely at Tualam. Tualam is the Bengui road towards heading to Bengui.
Okay.
Yes. So it's safe to say that I can greet you in the dialect Abelata, Abenapa.
Abomete.
Okay.
Osima.
No, Matish, it's awesome to have you today on the show. I know you don't like to talk about yourself. I know you don't really talk about yourself that much because you live for others. You do this for other people. But man, we're taking a couple of minutes to talk about you because what you have been doing in the industry is phenomenal. It's mind-blowing. You know, putting out artists out there, putting out individuals out there, putting out the young talents out there is amazing. Now, let's talk about that process. Talk to me about G3 Music Studio in Cité Yaoundé, Cameroon. How did you start this? How did the whole process start? How did you even get in the industry? Take us down memory lane and share us that experience.
Well, I don't want to say I got into the industry. The industry got into me.
Mm-hmm.
Way back, I've always been passionate about entertainment. I've been passionate about music. My classmates and my schoolmates can bear witness with me that when it had to be entertainment in school,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm always around the center of it.
Mm-hmm.
I began doing small semi-school socials when I was in Form 2.
Oh,
I
wow.
was in Julius Bamenda.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to we had a 6-battery radio in our house. I used to take it, and after school, children would pay 50 francs, sometimes 100 francs to stay back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll bring my mixtapes, my cassettes,
Mm-hmm.
play the latest, songs that I've gone to the discotheque. I've made my selection, made my collection. And there was one discotheque at T Junction.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I used to go there with my collections, and then I built my 90 minutes of a chrome tape.
Oh, wow.
And I'll have to come entertain my classmates and others for a little token,
Oh, wow.
By the
Oh,
time
wow.
I got to high school, in Casbah, I was a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I was making money. I was already making
Mm-hmm.
money, in high school. I was a
Mm-hmm.
DJ. I was DJing in sport bar, very popular joints in Bambili, and
Mm-hmm.
also Maracana nightclub in Bamenda. I was doing
Wow.
stuff there. So I've always been passionate, What I wanted to even do, like I wanted to be a journalist. I thought I'd be a journalist. So
Interesting.
I started doing programs on Abakwa FM radio. It might interest you to know that the famous comedy show on Abakwa FM. I'm one of the founders of comedy show on
Oh,
Abakwa
wow.
FM. All right, some people didn't know this other part of me. So,
Yeah, of course. Myself, I did.
Whilst I was at the radio, interns will leave the University of Boya, reading journalism and mass communication, and come to the radio. And so in that process, I discovered I was instead a guide, to students, and they would tell me this student is the best in her batch, but she can't do a simple paper, she can't read. And I was like, so when I will go to Boya and study journalism, this is what I will become. Because I saw them like, they were not up to it, they were not a reference.
Right.
That's how I dropped the fact or the point that I'll go and be a journalist. And then I easily get fed up. I'm somebody who gets fed up with trends because I love setting trends. I love pioneering things,
Right, of course.
From being a DJ, I was like, hey, I don't need to keep playing music that other people produce. Let me produce so that other DJs too play. Because I always want to be the best amongst my equals,
Yes, sir.
And I have a slogan that keeps me going that says first never follows.
Say that again.
My slogan is first never follows. And so since I'm supposed to be first, I'm supposed to set the trend.
That's right.
So I said, okay, I'm not going to keep playing music that are produced by other people. Let me produce music. Let other people play. I think that will make me bigger, I'll make me stand out. So I got into music production. And before you know it, every other person is doing music. Everybody's there on Fruity Loops. Everybody's a beat maker. And so I get fed up. I get fed up with that. I'm like, no, I don't need to do beats. Let me take it, a step higher. That's all right. I'm going to be sound engineer, and I'm not just going to do beats. I'm going to record live sound, Whilst everybody is doing beats, I'm going to be bigger than just a beat maker. I'm going to be a sound engineer,
Wow.
So I had to go study sound engineering. But then, before even going to sound, I was doing video. Yeah, I was doing video.
That explains why I saw all those old cameras in the office. I see.
Yeah. Those are my artifacts, which I'll never let go of them.
I see. Yes, sir. You want to hang on to them?
Yeah. I will show you. Just 1 second. Let me show you one of them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, please bring them. I'm pretty sure it will be worth hundreds of thousands of FCA now, if you put it out there to sell, because artifacts, those are hard to get. It's one of those.
This is one of the first cameras that I had. Yeah, it is a DV cam,
Yeah, those DV cameras.
And this DV cam is the camera that shot one of the first revolutionary music videos in Cameroon by Ada Kenji called Nyango. Yeah, if you 2011. If you watch the video, Ada Kenji was shot with this camera, and so big camera. And so, I don't just want to be a cameraman. I started editing. Editing is not just the thing. I want to be the producer. So I studied production. And so I want to be the producer. I want to be the director, because my head is full of ideas, that I need to put them down. And so, for me to be a good producer, I said to myself, you need to know all the camera angles, how it works. You should know how the editing should go. You should understand sound. You should understand lighting. And so I studied all of that.
Wow.
So
impressive, man.
Studying
Wow.
all of that, made me the producer I am. You know. And so doing music in studio, I'm like, oh, I don't like to be in the four walls. I don't like to do sound just in the four walls. I don't need to record a band only there. I said, okay, I'll need to do live sound for events, concerts, you know, where, you know, we'll have a massive stage and I can be able to do sound on that mass, you know, for a crowd, because I don't like being locked down in four walls. So that's how I kept pushing and, you know, became the sound engineer I am, become the producer, the TV producer I am, and and all of this now, for me to be able to do sound, do video, the production I got now, fed up with all of that because I thought it was no more challenging to me. And then I took another career path, which was less known to people and wasn't en vogue. That means it wasn't in fashion.
That's right.
Which is events planning. A lot of people never knew events planning could be a career. And so I started events, and my first major event was in 2013 at the Hilton Hotel, Sona Awards, 2013. That was streamed live on CRTV. And so that was my first major breakout event I did, you know. That was in 2013. And it was a great success. And if you go to my own Facebook page, you can be able to see the pictures, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes,
way
sir.
back.
Wow. I'm seeing all that, and not to cut you short real quick. One thing I'm picking from what you're just sharing now, sir, is the fact that you, first of all, you refused being an employee, but you wanted to be an employee. That's the first thing I want to pick out from what you shared. You refused being an employee.
Wait, let me say something on that.
Yes, sir.
In everything you do, you don't wake up and be a. I served. You understand? I had a boss that I served under, and I did my time with my boss. And when it was time that my boss's company could no longer contain me, it was automatic, you know. The company could no longer contain me. I had to go. And I left my boss in 2008.
Wow.
One year later, I started my own company.
So I like that. I like what you just said, that your boss could no longer contain you. So what I wanted to say was that you, at some point, you decided you refused being an employee, but you were thinking with that employer mindset. Now, even though thinking with that employer mindset, you understood that there was going to be a process, which is what a lot of young people or some of us out there, we are missing. We don't want to go through the process. We just want to hear it right there. So you understood that there was going to be a process. So you started while still in school, in Cass Bambili, and probably in GBHS Bamenda. You started with small patching cables here and there, using your small radio batteries and, you know, kind of compiling songs together. You started from there. And then from there, you got some knowledge. You join in with a company and you are working under somebody, right? Which means that they tell you, sweep the studio, you sweep it. Do this, you do this. Go buy me food, let me eat. You do it. You did all those odd things, even unimaginable things. You were probably beaten, insulted, abused, and here and there by the seniority you had. You understood why you were there because you understood your process. And then in you understood that someday you're going to have a big company or something. So you kept going. And then, of course, from there, it was a gradual process, right? When the boss could no longer contain you, that's when he realized that, well, I got to release this man. I got to release this young man. I cannot hold him. He's more than me, you know. Now, that was a smart boss to me because if you leave your employee to be so knowledgeable more than you in your company, you know, you'll literally be wasting him. And so if he's able to release you out there in the world, you'll always be able to give him back that respect and so on. So I want to think that it's a good thing that he could not continue and he let you go. And then boom, you started you started the studio. Now I'm going to let you talk about when you started G3 and all of that. Now, before I let you talk about that, we have some awesome people on the live stream. We have one of my mothers, Mama Rosie Bush, all the way from Maryland, watching us live. I do not know if you've done any work with Rosie Bush, but she is on now and she's watching us. And then, of course, my first.
Let me cut you short. Let me cut you short. Auntie Rosie Bush, her songs are one of the favorites on my mom's playlist way back.
Oh, wow.
She was a legendary Makusa singer. And hi. You.
Yeah, that Mama Rosie there is my mom. She's based in Maryland. She's the one that received me here in the United States, and she's been my mom ever since. She's an awesome woman of God. She actually has a new single coming. We're going to be explaining that in later on as we move on. And then we have my first daughter here, Maureen Foba, which you've had a chance to work with as well. She's an awesome baby girl. And then we have Geraldine Foba, we have MC Clovis, we have Akubai. We have a lot of artists, you know, Pearl, all of these people are artists in the gospel industry in Cameroon. They are here today because they want to learn, sir. They want to understand process. They want you to share with them secrets, how they can be successful in this industry, you know. So talk to us about G3 real quick before we get into the real deal.
Okay, before I started my company, let me talk a little bit about the process, talk about service, talk about apprenticeship, you know, because that is one thing that is lacking today is apprenticeship. A lot of young people, they lack the humility to serve. You know, you'll find a young guy, he comes and meets you, oh, I want you to be my mentor, I want to be like you. All they are looking for is fame.
That's right.
They don't want to go through the process. And they think it is just boom, because they see you with celebrities, they see you with everybody out there. And because they come and they are up shoulders. Let me tell you, one of the things that made me become successful when I started. A lot of people were like, Chichi, are you sure? The building I'm in, I've been in this building for 11 years.
Wow.
And when I took it, I wasn't at the level which I am right now. But I knew where I was going to. People thought the building was too big, that there was so much room. Right now, I rather don't have space because I had anticipated the future. I had the vision. How did I jumpstart? I was serving, and let me tell you, it's a little secret. I was serving under a boss which I have never, ever had more than 10,000 francs from him.
Wow. Wow.
Ever. Verifiable. And I didn't say like I was having 10,000 on the regular or every month. No.
Wow.
Never, ever.
Man, that's interesting.
I went for 8 months, almost 8 months, a certain period in my life, not talking with my family because my family thought I was cursed, serving under somebody who wasn't giving me value, who didn't regard and was doing nothing for me. But I knew where I was going to, and I knew I needed that blessing. And let me tell you something about the blessing in serving. When you meet somebody who is on the top and you serve that person, mind you, all of the errands, you're the one running. When he tells you, go and meet this minister and hand over this document,
yes,
you go, you meet that minister, you've gotten in contact with the minister.
That's correct. Yes,
he
sir.
might think he's sending you on an errand, but he's connecting you to a minister.
Yes, sir.
He's sent you to this next person. Go and deliver your meeting the next. You're building your profile. When those people come to the company, the boss, yes. I am the one executing. I am the one doing everything.
That's right.
They sit beside me. I do the job. So there is a transfer already of relationship, of contacts, and there is also already a validation in the eyes of those people out there.
Preach now. Preach now. Yes, sir.
So, all of these things, some people might think I was an errand boy. I was the slave boy. But then God was positioning me. God was giving me opportunities. God was writing my name in the books of some people in high places.
Ooh. Hey, you can say that again,
So,
man. That is powerful.
At the time, when people were thinking that I wasn't gaining anything financially, I was gaining relationship, I was getting connections, and I was gaining experience. Experience is something gotten overnight.
Yes, sir.
With a process, and it comes with time.
That's right.
So the time I was serving, you might think when I started in 2009 or 2010, that was my beginning. That was not my beginning. I started operating way back when I was working for some other person. So the error, I was making a lot of errors in his place. I was being shouted at and I was being corrected. But a lot of people might think that person is disrespecting you.
Wow.
That I was going through my process, such that when I become my own boss, I wouldn't make those mistakes I've been doing.
Wow. That is great to hear, sir. Man.
Simple.
Man, if you guys are share the live feed, if you are watching us, share the live feed. This is gold. Mr. Bliss is sharing us gold information. He's talking about service. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, I want to see some love on the screen. He just said some things that I want you to put some love emojis or whatever on the screen, and love, form them on the screen as a sign that you are clapping to what he just said. He said something which I agree with him. He said when he was working with his boss, the boss was paying him not more than 10,000 francs a month, but he didn't bother. Each time the boss will send him, go and deliver this document here, he will go and do it. When people come to the studio, they want to do a project and they sit by him. He is the one communicating with the people. He's the one doing the project. Where Mr. Boss sitting in his boss office doing boss things, he was working and he was learning. He was going through the process of refining to being a better person. Now, today, man, let me not start talking about today. Back to process. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you. A lot of people are joining in right now, and you are sharing genuine tips that will cause us to be better. Service, like you said, is important, and service is key. If you can hear me, go ahead and continue, sir.
There is a problem with a lot of Christians today who think service and submission is supposed to be only to your spiritual mentor. There are professional mentors which you're supposed to submit to them to get professional knowledge. Your professional mentors, you're supposed to serve to get professional knowledge. The knowledge I have didn't come through laying of hands.
Hi, man, that's preach, sir.
So don't depend 100% through sowing of seeds. There is a seed you sow professionally through service.
Wow.
Which is not a financial seed. That will only come if you can humble yourself and you can serve. There is going to be that transfer.
Wow.
Look at me. Wow. Elijah told Elisha, if only you will see. If Elisha did not wait till Elijah had to disappear, he would not have received the mantle.
He would not have received it. That's right.
A lot of us are out there serving. We are premature. We got out when it wasn't 9 months.
Kalabashanta, man, you are preaching, and I'm feeling like speaking in tongues. You know, as you just talked about the Elisha and the Elijah story, there was another servant that was serving Elisha. His name was Gehazi. That Gehazi is this people.
Yes.
Oh my God. Preach, sir, preach.
So I said there are a lot of people out there who they are professional accidents. Because when you are not ready, if you don't have the license, you're not licensed to drive. You get on the highway, you cannot read the codes. When they tell you there's a speed bump here, you wouldn't know. When you see that sign, you
cannot know.
And you will just get into it.
That's right.
So when the time reaches, There is nothing. You wouldn't tell your boss, I want to go. You wouldn't wake up and just leave. Your boss becomes uncomfortable in your presence. Your boss becomes uncomfortable. It's like, this boy needs to go. Simple secret. After having served, and I left, 1 year after I left, I was on the same level with my boss.
My God. 1 year, 12 months.
Why? 12 months later, he couldn't look at me straight into my eyes. Why?
Wow.
Because when I started my company, simple, the people that used to go to his company, they were not going there for the name of the company. They were going for the service and the person who renders the service.
Wow. And then when they went there, they couldn't find Chichi. So they started looking, where is that boy that was, he used to be here? Where is Chichi? And they started asking around, you know, and then they found you holdings. My God. My man.
So they could come and they could see that small boy who used to serve. That was the one when people come, I was the one who go and buy drinks, who go and buy water. They are hungry, I go and buy soya.
Wow. Oof.
Small boy, the errand boy, was now a boss on his own.
Mama Rosie is saying that never despise the days of little beginning, and she is saying that humility is key. Now, Maureen Foba is saying here that, let me read something from Princess. Now, she is saying, I know why she's saying this. She said, people have this thing they say, he just came from nowhere and he is doing well. They don't know the story. They don't understand the process that you have gone through. Nobody comes from nowhere and is just doing great. They have gone through a process. And nobody can stand today. When I saw the project, when Nomad first introduced me to you, sir, and I went on Facebook and I saw what you did with the project, I was like, what? So we could pull this off in Cameroon, you know, and then I immediately contacted you. And if you notice, let me quickly say this. Anytime you talk to me about price and so on, I don't even debate with you because I understand what you have gone through for this. Sometimes, which is something we're going to talk about in a little bit, when you give a price tag to your service, some people say, oh no, he's too expensive. Oh no, he's that, you know, which is because of what you have put in, the investment you have made to be able to get to this level. And people devalue it, people don't appreciate it, people abuse it. I'm pretty sure, so you have done projects for companies, for the government, for individuals, for well-made artists that till today they have not paid you and they are nowhere to be found. Oh man, it is well.
So it is simple. I had challenges when I started. Why? Because I'm one small, tiny Bamenda boy in Yaoundé, and my French was not as refined. And then there is this tendency that when you see a young music producer who is English speaking, the tendency is that he is a hip hop or R&B producer. You know. So one of the things also that jumpstart was like a jumpstart is that I went out, you know, to town in cabarets and I watched musicians play. And I saw two artists and I told them, come to my studio, bring your musicians, and I want to record you an album for free. They was like, oh, what can you do? This young boy, blah, 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 blah. I said, just come. Just try me. I took 2 major albums. I recorded them for free. Live. Because I knew who those artists were and I knew the community that music is going to touch. And from that day, boom. Every major live session, people are leaving Douala. People left Central Africa Republic, Congo. You even saw Onemala there from Ivory Coast. I recorded Onemala. They were coming from everywhere because there was something about my live recording. When professionalism has oil on the head, there is no way it cannot distinguish itself.
My God. My God.
So,
My God.
long story short, I started G3 Studios. I opened my arms to every other person. The studio became the melting pot for almost 80% of Anglophone musicians that you know right now who are celebrities, from Salatier to Mr. Leo to Magasco to Renis, without trying to bring down some people, and I'm saying it on live Facebook. Renis used to dry clean the studio upstairs to downstairs. Not trying to disrespect her. From Gasha, Magasco, all of this was a melting pot. This was like the modern house in Yaoundé, you know, that everybody could come, you know, and you have a place. There'll be space for you, and you can air yourself. You can do whatever. Not long from now, I'm going to release some TV shows that we tried producing. Magasco was even a host, you know, to it. So nobody knows about that. That was way back 2010.
Permit me say something.
You know?
Permit me pick on some things that you just said before we move on. I don't know if you came today in the volume of the preacher or what, but you are preaching. You are preaching, sir. And however you are led, go ahead. You know, I believe that the presence of the Lord is also leading us on this platform. What you are saying, these are undiluted truths that we all have to know. You said something that when professionalism has oil on its head, I'm telling you, success becomes inevitable. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You also said something that I want to go back to it a little bit. You said once you started G3, you went to the street and you look for artists. You said, come, let me produce an album for you for free. Which means that you spend hours producing, you did a lot of freelance work, free work for people, just so that you could get to where you are getting here, get where you are at today. It was still part of your process, which means that up the ladder of success, still at that very bottom level, there's a lot of sacrifices that needs to be made, and you paid the price in that sacrifice. Now, can you talk to us about some of the sacrifices you had to make? Now, the reason why I'm bringing up the aspect of sacrifices is because when I was in Cameroon, you said something to me while we were in the studio. You said there was a time that you had a minimum of 10 people living in your house. So even you in your own house, you were sleeping on the couch. It's your house. It was your studio. You had people sleeping in the studio. You had people sleeping in your house, and you will sleep on the couch. So talk to us about sacrifice.
Well, it might surprise you. Let me say this. One of the places which I gained experience in what I was doing was in the church. Everything I had as knowledge, I took to the church. I was the first person who started recording messages in church on the computer. Wow. I'm the first person who started replicating messages on CDs. And took that knowledge to Fire Conference in Limbe, to Papa Billy. I'm the first person who started producing CV messages on DVD instantly in church.
Wow. Wow.
So the first place I was exercising my knowledge was in the church.
Wow. In the church.
So that is where, before I even started my company. So that's that's the place I used as a platform for me to express myself, because it was the church that was available for me then. But then it was a lot of churches that rejected what I was doing, because it was too evolutionary for the church at that time.
My God. My God.
All of that I was doing in church, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't paid. But that was a full-time career. That was shooting every message in church, every day editing, and it's being sold in church.
Working for free again. That was that working for free again, and it was not appreciated.
I was comfortable. I wasn't complaining, but I was gaining experience.
My God.
If today you call for me in your church, you're going to pay me, Julius.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh yes, I agree. They have to. You know, my God, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining in,
Also
we are
serving.
this live with Chichi. Go ahead, sir.
So talking about sacrifice, like you said, all I knew is my house, like my studio, was like the Ark of Noah. Everybody comes, there is space for you. I wouldn't lie to you, 90% of the people I hosted, I never knew their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, or their sisters. I knew nothing about them. I don't know whether they were thieves, wherever they were, or as long as they came to me, there was space.
Wow.
There were those who came, they made 4 years, others 5 years, some 3 years, but there was space for everybody.
Yes, sir. Wow. My God. Now, before you continue, I want to say that, man, I brought you on this live today because for those who are on with me listening, I brought Mr. Bliss, Chi Ladislav on the show today because when I encountered Chichi and he did 2 projects for me, I was mind blown with those projects. And I was like, my God. So Cameroon, the nation of Cameroon could have such a great mind, and we are not hailing him. We are supposed to carry placards, whatever we can carry, and be hailing and be proud that the entertainment industry, the nation of Cameroon, has this potential of people that have invested in themselves. He did not go to study in some British country somewhere to come and use that knowledge in Cameroon. No, he learned it the hard way, and he got himself ready for you and I. So because we have him, I decided to bring him on here so that you can know who is the brains behind some of these awesome projects. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to me now, we have the future in our hands right now. The time is coming and has now come for us to get to work. If you have a project, you want to do a concert, whatever you want to do, contact Bliss International Holdings. You will not be disappointed. We're going to take a short break for a few seconds. And during these few seconds, I'm going to play for you guys something that Mr. Chi Ladislav did for me and my team when I first encountered him on Project 1. That project was a testimony. Again, he came in his volume of the books and he did that project for free. Let me tell you guys, it was for free. Because the money I had paid for that project to be done, he did the part where I paid. And then while he was getting ready to deliver the project, there was an attack in his studio and he lost the project. And so he said, my God, I believe in quality and excellence as a kingdom legacy. So he decided that he's going to do it again for me, but this time at no cost. He says, Julio, go ahead, just get your guys back to Yaoundé. I'm sorry for this. I understand the devil is fighting. I am telling you the devil is fighting, but let's do this again. So I decided to send it back to Yaoundé and did this project. What you're about to watch briefly.
I will do it bigger. I will do it bigger.
Exactly. It is what he did for free and then bigger. So please watch this. When you watch, take down notes. And after this, I will share you his contact, his business contact. Call him immediately and begin to spread the news. Charisma has a show she's running now, Truth Be Told. I want you all to go on all your media platforms and put hashtag Truth Be Told, Chichi Ladislav, all right? And share what happened, and it will be happening. So we'll be right back, people. We're taking a short break for just a few seconds, and then we will be right back.
In what heights of love, what depths of peace, when striving ceases and my fears are gone, you're my comforter, my hiding place, and here in your faithful love I stand. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when striving ceases and my fears they're gone. You're my comfort. your love is so wonderful, so high. I can't get over it, so low. I can't get under it, so wide. I can't get around it. Jesus, you give me wonderful. You give me, give me wonderful love. You give me wonderful love.
Yeah, if you want to watch the full video, go to YouTube and watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first project Mr. Chi Ladislav from Bliss International Holdings, the CEO of Bliss International Holdings, did for Ablaze Music. Again, that was done for free. It was a disappointment that led to a blessing. So thank you for this project. When you hit this project for me, I stood like that. I was mind blown. My team, we were mesmerized. We were discombobulated by the quality of work. You see those camera angles, those different positionings. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. We appreciate it. Myself, if you see Maureen speaking the way she is talking now, you know, she is a lady of excellence. You know, we all come from that place of excellence. We are happy and we are proud of the work. Now, we're going to move on into the show. We have a lot of people that are still joining. We have Robavin Azangu from Cyprus. He's the CEO of Gospel Upgrade and 237 Gospel Community. We have Pearl, the artist. They're all here to learn from you. And I have, of course, my beautiful wife, JT Shalom. I just came, I'm looking at Grace Folu. Grace Folu is on as well from Maryland. I have your daughter, Charisma Esther Patrick. You know, she's an awesome one. She's awesome in the industry as well. It's amazing what you do, sir. We want to applaud you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are, I want to see love on the screen for this man, Mr. Chichi. He deserves it. He deserves every single appreciation. So when we are doing it, if you want to float, just be floating. This is coming from our hearts. We want to appreciate you for the work you are doing in the gospel music industry and for Cameroon. And please, don't be discouraged or disappointed by those who have come and they failed to pay you or they failed to do business well with you. Some came and promised things and never delivered. Don't be disappointed. There are some few of us who are on this live today that are willing to work with you, that are willing to go. You know, as you lead, as you direct, as you show us the way, we are with you throughout and we keep rolling. Now, before we enter the entertainment industry, what are some of the major challenges you have faced as a producer and as a project director in Cameroon for over these years?
Challenges, the challenges, they don't stop, you know. They keep coming. When you're talking about this feeling disappointed or having some disappointment, it's difficult for somebody to actually write me off what I'm doing. It's difficult. I'm not motivated by people. I'm self-motivated. So it's difficult for somebody to kill my motivation. It's not dependent on people. The things you do, the things I do, I don't have I'm not like how do I call it? I'm not like a store that every day you must come and buy bread from me. If I record your album, you're gone for 1 year or 2 years. You know, I can't put my motivation on you who comes once, or you need an event. I pull up this event this year. You're gonna wait for me for next year. You know, so I can't. My motivation can't be dependent on you. If my motivation was dependent on man, I'm not sure I would still have been here today. You know, it's just my God and I. You know, and so talking about challenges, everything is a challenge. Each project, each person you encounter with which you have to do something with is a challenge. Working with Maureen was a challenge. Working with Ablaze Music was a challenge. There is a challenge in everything. Didi, I'm like, Didi, the drums, you don't have to play the drums like this. You have to play this other way. It's challenging. If if he doesn't play the way I want him to play, I wouldn't have my results. You know?
That's right.
If Maureen doesn't sing the way I want her to sing, she doesn't use the mic right, I wouldn't record her voice right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Maureen, if you don't dance in your next video, I will not record it. For instance. So every project, everybody you encounter, everything you work on, it has, you know, it has its own challenges. So it's difficult for me to bring out. The most challenging to me, the most challenging is working with gospel artists.
Mm-hmm.
Is working with or working in gospel projects. That's the most challenging. That's the most that takes my nerves, that, you know, pushes me, you know, because gospel entertainment is something I'm so passionate about, and I can't be mediocre at any level. You know. So if working on gospel projects, the people are not ready, I rather run and go far away, you know, because I cannot, you know, content with mediocrity, which is one of the reasons which gospel entertainment is not, you know, as productive or as popular as it's supposed to be. It will surprise you, the people who are not Christian based, who are making waves or making money of gospel artists. December, David was in Cameroon, top Ivorian gospel artist. Do you know how much? I was in the pro. Do you know how much was made just from ticket sales?
My God.
That's the first ever concert in Cameroon that has had pre-event sales in the history of events in Cameroon. I work with the top event organizers in Cameroon and abroad. I worked. It was a Universal. It was a project with Universal.
Universal Music.
Yes, it was a gospel artist concert that had pre-sales that made history since independence in Cameroon in terms of entertainment. Can you believe that? And who organized it? And believe me, Dana Mona has been to Cameroon multiple times, and nothing happened like that. So that is, it should be an eye opener to gospel entrepreneurs. You know, so my major challenge in what I'm doing is working with, in quotes, trust people.
Wow. Well, that's why we have this show again. Please, like I always tell you, always be encouraged and to keep going. And like what you just said a few moments ago, that if man could discourage you, you will not have been here today. If fellow man could discourage you, you will not have been here today. Now, we are coming in with a whole different movement in the industry, and we are hoping to change that. You know, we are hoping to change that mindset. You know, we may just be a very small cog in a big machine. It is small, and not that we will change it. On this platform, on this forum today, we have a lot of great gospel minds. You know, I have bloggers that are connected. I have other gospel artists and promoters.
Shout out to Jew Keys.
Yes, that are connected. Jew is on. Jew, you know, he's there. Of course, other powerful people that are on the chat section right now. What we're going to be doing is that we're going to be talking about how to solve these problems, how to turn things around for us all in the gospel industry. Things will change, sir. Things will change. I'm going to be calling you. You know, you already know that the way I'm going, you know, as I'm small like this, I'm too big. We're going to be having concert in Palais des Sports. In my mind, I'm huge, sir. Palais des Sports very soon. You know, maybe Amadou Ahidjo Stadium very soon. All those big stadiums, gospel. We will generate money from those programs to run the programs. Thousands of people will travel all over the country to gather as we host those programs, and we will have successful programs like that in Cameroon. And because of people like you, I know we can get these things done. And yes, things must change. Things must change. Now, let's get into the industry itself. You're talking about the challenges that you've had mostly come from so-called church people, right? And they hurt your nerves the most. They are the ones that have given you a lot of problems in the past, right? But I'm hoping that those things change. In the entertainment industry in general, Cameroonians are having problems. To us in the gospel is even more challenging because at some point, sir, now this is a petition to you. At some point, we cap. So we release a song, and I'll be very practical. We release a song that captured by Maureen Foba, an awesome song, right? Now that song is blessing lives, but it caps us at a certain amount because, first of all, the population of the church community that is online is limited to a threshold. Now, the population of even the unbeliever community that is online also limited to a threshold. When we produce these songs, we are producing these songs first to the unbelievers out there, and then, of course, to the church communities for our worship. But we are having a problem with how to get this content and getting the people to consume this content because of certain changes that have occurred over the past that is affecting Cameroonians from not being able to adapt. And I don't know if you've observed this particular problem yourself, and it caps a lot of maybe social media followings, views on YouTube, even the consumption of the content in the organic population, you know, on the ground and so on. So what's your take on that? What can you say about this particular challenge and how can we navigate out of it?
I don't know. You didn't get specific. The challenge, is it about the gospel music or is it about Cameroon entertainment as a whole or Cameroon music? Which one is it?
Now, I want us to talk with a focus on gospel music, right? This is a platform where we want to, we brought you in today because we want to be able to put gospel music out there. So let's be specific and talk about gospel music particularly.
All right. It will surprise you if I say this. In the entertainment industry, gospel music is the only music that's already marketed. You just don't sell. That's all.
Okay.
Why? Because the gospel market is not a competitive market. Yep. It's all about Jesus. It's all about the gospel. And so if every other Christian is about the gospel, then they should consume gospel music. The only problem why we don't say is at the level of our mediocre and unprofessional level. Gospel music is the easiest thing to market because everybody says their prayer before meals. So, I'll be saying, oh, these are things I've been paid to say. Anyway, let me just put this simple. You know, the problem we are having with gospel music in Cameroon, it's from our segregation level. And it begins with our pastors. Our pastors who claim, who have an entitlement to their children, to their sheep, which they call their own. The conservative nature of the pastors, the denominationalism, the belonging to particular churches. And so, if this sister that is singing is not from our church, we'll not consume her song. If this sister or this child that is singing is not my daughter, she cannot perform in my church. She cannot sing in my church. Leave there a small mushroom Katse church, come to this our mega church, and I will make you a star and I'll give you my platform. Of which we're supposed to be preaching the same gospel. So one of the reasons our gospel music is not breaking through is our pastors building walls and building barriers and having an entitlement to their children.
Wow.
Of which no Christian, no child of God belong to no pastor and don't belong to no denomination. We are all children of God. The Bible says no one comes to the Father but through me, through Jesus, not through your pastor, not through your church. And so if these songs are taking you closer to Jesus and to God, consume it.
My God. Wow.
So if our pastors can bring down their shoulders, it is simple. You know, in Cameroon, we have churches that sit 5,000. We have other churches that sit 7,000. We have churches that have 4 services. And each of those services, we have like 5,000 people.
My God.
It is not rocket science. And because also the artists are not entrepreneurs, Jesus said, don't you know I'm doing my Father's business? And if you don't know that song that you're singing, you're ministering, and you're also doing business, you will not make money. Jesus, even God used Jesus for business. He gave you guys Jesus, and he won the world. Right? He gives Jesus, and he takes your soul. So it is simple. I'm giving you this music, you give me money. And so the problem we have is that we are not entrepreneurs enough in our mind, so we don't know how to sell this to the church or to a pastor.
My God. Wow.
It is simple. If you can successfully get to one mega church and you say your vision of your music to the pastor, and the pastor can buy your vision for the music, and then you say the vision also of the business to the pastor, and say, look, pastor, I've produced 5,000 CDs. Your church has 10,000 people. If I can sell my 5,000 CDs to your church, I will give you 10% of these 5,000 CDs I've sold. And I'll still be a blessing to your church. I will minister for free. You will not pay me. So then our next program, put me on the poster. The pastor, make sure your members buy my CD. Will you sell or will you not sell?
You will sell. Wow.
The problem is, we will sit and we'll say, oh, that pastor has his conference, he has invited me. He's not paying. He's saying that I should come and do it for free. No problem. The problem is that you don't know how to use the platform. When I'm coming to that church, I'm coming for free. No problem, oh pastor, pay my transport. You like, you don't pay my transport. I am coming. But as I'm coming, I will bring 2 valid CD. I will so minister that everybody would need my CD. All you need in this life is a platform. And if a pastor can give you that platform for free, that pastor has blessed you.
Wow.
You will minister like that's the last time you will ever minister.
Wow.
You minister until pastor says, no, don't go. You have to wait for second service. That's when you negotiate price for second service.
Wow. Wow.
I'm giving you first service for free now. Pastor, I have to go. He said, no, don't go. I beg, don't go. I need you for second service. There we say, pastor, we do have this second service. But that was not it.
Yeah. Okay.
It is simple.
Question
It
for
is
you.
simple.
Question:
Yes, sir.
How then navigate? Because we also have a situation where we have some of these pastors who are called elders at the gate. When they are there, nobody comes in, nobody goes out. You can do whatever you want there. Like you said, if they're not, if you are not under there and you papa them, you are papa. He's not putting you on that platform. Nothing is
Well,
going to
let me
happen.
get this up.
Okay.
You say where he's where? He's the elder where?
At the gate.
At the gate, right?
Yes.
What happens at the gate? There is a coming in and
There's
there is a going out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to the gate, what do? You have to come in or you have to go out, right?
That's right.
What is it you need? What is the access to get in?
Talk to the elder.
No, talk or not talk. There is a qualification to pass through the gate. If it is the beautiful gates, like in the Bible, you know what happens at the gate beautiful. The problem is, what is that gate? If you understand that gate, you will know how to pass through that gate. The truth is, we just stand and we see a gate from afar. We don't understand the characteristics of that gate. We don't know how the gate functions. We don't know whether that gate needs your fingerprint for you to go through. You don't know whether that gate needs a card. You don't know whether that gate needs a coin.
So you are saying
the gate.
So you are saying that what we just need to do is to understand that elder that is standing on that gate. So if this all, if the elder needs a seat, let's so sit and enter the gate.
Brother.
I love it, man. Wow, thank you. I didn't ever see it from that angle, but yes, you're right. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Let me tell you something here. There was a time that even Jesus had to look for a coin and pay his tax for him to pass.
That's right.
Study the life of Jesus. Study how Jesus acted when he encountered different people in different circumstances.
Interesting.
You will discover that it is so simple. Life is just so easy, but we don't pay attention to those simple details.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. Oh, I'm not supposed. We're having a professional conversation here. I'm not supposed to be preaching. But then let me tell you something. Sometimes, for your miracle to occur, some people might lose things. There is an elder that can lose his position at the gate because you have to come in. Read your Bible. Somebody's roof was scattered because another person was supposed to have healing.
Yep.
Because Jesus got into somebody's house, they scattered his roof and they lowered somebody through. No. There was no time that was recorded that person came and paid back for that roof.
This is interesting.
There are some elders that you just need to go and sit down and pray. That elder, they come over that gate. They go lost his job because you have to get in. Seriously, it's not rocket science. Understand the gate, understand the characteristics of that gate, understand what is needed for you to pass through that gate. Humble yourself, pay the price. All you need is to get, because sometimes we are not humble enough. We feel that we're already superstars. They have to consider us at this gate that we are superstars. You understand? No. Your problem is you need that platform. You want to get through that gate. Humble yourself. If it's a price to be paid, pay the price. All you need to do is to get in. When you get in, brother, you manifest.
Yes. When you get in, you manifest. People, you guys are here. I don't hear no. My fellow gospel people on here, if you guys are listening, when I don't hear, you guys pray about it. Find a way to go through your own elder at the gate if you have one. and let's be able to put in these strategies. That was powerful. That's powerful. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, sir. You are giving us amazing information here. Now, I have a couple of other questions in the same line to ask you. You know, there is that answers the part of the church, right? Then there is the other side, which is the world. Now, when we produce gospel song, like you said, there is that ready-made market, which is the church. But the intent of most of the songs we produce is for the world, so that the gospel can be preached through this song to the world. How then do we get this content to them in the most easiest of ways and the most successful of ways? Because we're trying, the little we are trying, it's capping, it's not the best of strategies. Is there a tested strategy that you have had for over these years and with your experience that a gospel artist like the young MC Chloe in Douala or Pearl, the artist there in Yaoundé, can execute for her song to be able to be on the streets and people consume it like that?
The problem we have is that we are looking for ready-made formulas. It doesn't apply.
Okay.
Never ever think that because this person did this strategy, one thing I see now that is trending, is trending, is challenge. Boy, what would the challenge do? What does the challenge bring? When you release a song, thank you, Jesus challenge. Come on. Come on. We just choose to be mediocre. We don't think, you know, we don't want to push our mind. We don't want to push it. We just want to go through some traditional things. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't come here and tell you 4 steps to selling in the international market, 3 ways to. I wouldn't come with all those formulas. Every project is particularly unique and dynamic. And so before you produce or before you release a project, you should know what its target audience is. And so you will produce and you will use strategies to hit that particular target audience or to have that target results you want. And because it worked for Julius, it doesn't mean it has to work for Geraldine. Geraldine is a girl, Julius is a boy. Geraldine sings on a higher note, Julius sings on a lower note. Geraldine does rumba, Julius does makossa. It can never be the same. So every project is particular. So you're supposed to come up with particular and unique strategies to market your product. And the strategy depends on what your objective is. What is the objective? What is the target you want to hit? If you are doing a song that you want to hit the youths of Kondongo in Yaoundé, oh, you must do Bembole, because that's what the youths of Kondongo in Yaoundé they hear. So take this adults to go preach a Bembole, they go, yeah.
That's right. Wow. Wow. Man,
if you want to hit those mammies in Mancon, you have to sing it in Mancon. Then sing another on small Sambawe, act on small Baglumde. They go, yeah. The problem is we don't want to do we want to do a general kind of music. We don't do specific music. We targeted music.
Targeted music.
Gospel music. Boy, let me tell you something. I went to Bible school.
You did?
I graduated in Bible school, and my thesis, my topic was gospel marketing, problems and solutions.
What?
Okay, yeah, you might not know about that one too.
What?
I've been to 2 Bible schools.
What?
Yeah, so just you know.
Wow. 2 Bible schools. That's definitely a conversation for another day. Wow, interesting. Wow. Okay, I think we have a little network break there from Mr. Chichi. He's sharing with us some tips that us gospel artists and every artist there in Cameroon needs to know. He's talking about the need to focus on targeted music. Targeted music here, as he is saying, is music that targets to a particular population. It targets to a particular set of people. And of course, if target population is a nation, let it be that nation. If it's the world, let it be that world. But you want to have objectives. This is my target population. I want to target the youth. I want to target this group of people, and so on and so forth. So he's disconnected there for a little bit, but while we're getting ready to bring him on, he did mention that he's gone to the Bible school and understand where his preaching background is coming from. But guys, as you are just joining in, we have been talking with the amazing Chi Ladislav, Mr. Bliss, and he is sharing with us genuine truths that we should know in being successful and being successful as artists in the entertainment industry in Cameroon. Now, he did talk about service, the importance of service in the industry, and he shared with us his experiences, right? So service is important. Then he talked about sacrifice as well. So sacrifice is equally important, right? There are going to be things that you're going to lose on your way up. When those sacrifices come, don't worry, just make them and get ready, okay? Because it's just a process. You're going through a process. You can never live from one step to the top, from the bottom to the top, without going through the process. To climb the ladder of success is a process. There are certain principles that you must live by and you must go by in order for you to be able to get up to that top. So I'm going to bring back Mr. Chichi Ladislav. As he comes in, he's going to continue to share us those secrets and the things that we must do as artists in order to be successful. Welcome back on the show. You had a little break for some short time. I have a lot of people on the chat that want to know about that, your Bible school aspect. That's very interesting.
Anyway, I was saying, some of the things you see Jesus did, he did them, and the Bible says he did them so that saying they might believe, right?
Yes. Oh, looks like I lost him again a little bit. Come on, man. The man of God wants to preach, and the network keeps acting up. Well, while he's getting his feet back on, there is something that I also wanted to briefly share with you guys, which is, of course, the importance of what you conceive and believe, you're going to achieve it. What your mind can conceive and believe, it can also achieve. This is not just some inspirational talk. These are things that if you can put your mind on something, conceive it, believe it, you can achieve it, and you go for it. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to hit bombs on the way. You're going to experience a situation in your life where there are challenges. You're going to go to potholes. You're going to hit different speed bombs. You're going to have walls in front of you. You're going to also have people who will not stand with you. Even your closest friends and family members will not stand to support you. When that happens, it doesn't mean that your vision is wrong, or it doesn't mean that you're taking the wrong path to life. No. The idea is nobody will always understand. Nobody will understand the vision you have better than you. And one thing too is clear. When God gives you a vision, if that vision is not bigger than the resources you have now, it means that it is not a genuine vision. Every true vision is always bigger than your resources that you currently have. So if you have a big vision, something bubbling in your heart that you want to do, go ahead and get started and be ready to execute and do it. Because it is only when you have started that you can now see certain small levels of growth. You can be able to now, if you're doing business, you plow back profit. When you're able to, you start investing and going. If you just talk about your idea, share it, and you keep it, and you're hoping that until you have the 1 million francs that you need before you get on and you start working, you will never really have that money to start. But if you have 100,000, you who is listening to me now, go ahead and start. If you get for buying a 2 shoes, buy your 2 shoes, put them for market, start going. If you have to do start just producing go ahead and produce the song and start going. You must not have the money to produce the whole album first before you release the album. Start producing that single, put it out there, start some work, keep it going. And then because your mind has conceived and believe it, and you know where you are heading to, no matter the criticisms, the lack of support from your own very own people, you will still be able to succeed. So ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and bring back Mr. Chichi. I was just giving you guys some quick tips from my own small knowledge that I know. Welcome back, boss. Go ahead. You were saying something before your network got disconnected for a little bit.
Yeah, I was talking about targeted music, and I was talking. One other thing is a lot of things. Let me try to melt it down.
Mm-hmm.
Music or songs happen in time and in season.
That's right.
You can have a beautiful and excellent song, and it is not the season. Don't release it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you release a song, it can be beautiful, but it will not be accepted because that's not a season for that song. You remember the day we did the live for Maureen, which was on the day of the massacre of the children in Kumba.
Yes. Yes.
I believe did you see how the playlist was a spirit-led playlist?
Yes, sir. Every song on that list.
Now, every song on that list was ministering to people at the time. If you go there, go still read the comments. I was watching and I was reading the comments of the people at that point in time. That hit, that went straight to the heart of the people. And I believe it is still one of the most streamed videos on Beamstar.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
You know, understanding the time and the season. There are songs that are not for now. You know, there are songs you won't come and be singing Jingle Bells in April. Can you do that?
No, can't work. Wouldn't work.
Then why do you think that any song, just because you think that it is inspired and it sounds good, is supposed to be released now?
That's what Grace always asks.
There are rhythms that come with time and with season. After it becomes obsolete, it is no more relevant. Change the song, sing the same song on a different rhythm. And it's going to have an impeccable impact.
Wow.
You know? So, like I said, every song you do should be a project. And it should be targeted. It should have a reason you're singing that song. It should have where you want that song to go to. It should have the impact you want. You should know the impact you want that song to have. Then you will work on the strategies to achieve that particular objective. Because all of your songs is not that, oh, I want to hit 1 million views. Okay, you've hit the 1 million views. What next? You can hit 1 million views, and those 1 million views are people of no essence. You hit the 1 million views, and you're not still known in Cameroon. You the past be a quarter, they even doubt say or not believe.
Exactly.
And you're still irrelevant. One thing, this is a deep secret. I'm gonna tell you. All right.
Please tell us.
It would surprise you. But do music for a cause.
Okay.
Try it. Associate a cause to your music or to your song. And you drive that cause or that project through with that song. And you will see the impact it's going to have. Because charisma, truth be told, we need a song for that hashtag. Truth be told, it's a great movement, and we need a song to associate it to that movement. And because it is a trending movement, we are supposed to do a trendy song. We should not do a contemporary song. We should do a trendy song, and we should do, oh gosh, I'm selling all of this for free. We should do a song that is a vibe. And trust me, truth be told, the song is going to be a hit. Simple as that. Go and do your research. Songs that have become a hit or that are legendary. Damn. Elizabeth Eke, a song that everybody sing now waiting. Her songs and the things she says about a cause. A cause, a project, talking about young girls. Use itself like example for Basa Banga Bush. He said, bro, he said this, he do this. The other girl that they do now waiting. Slave queen them, they do it. It is a cause. Why are some worldly songs becoming hits? Because they are trendy. It is a vibe. The same with gospel music. It is a vibe. Do gospel music that is a vibe.
Wow.
Not be every day we'll give a shit on. Even for Christmas Day, we know only they sing that, oh, holy night. Now it's time day where they sing that one. Then after that one, time day where they sing Jingle Bells. You know, we go for time for Jingle Bells, go sing Oh Holy Night. The night already passed, no, not on Jesus. Time to celebrate, we should give a celebrate now.
Wow.
Time and season.
Wow. That's awesome, man. I definitely do understand and I agree with you. You know, doing music for a particular cause, having a focus, having a theme in your head. You know what you do. So
I'm not saying that's the standard. I'm saying that is a great option to explore.
Right. You're giving us strategies. So it's a strategy. You know, it's an option, which of course makes more sense because I saw something that was amazing on YouTube, right? This guy, they call him Kobo. You know, he said, we thank the head of state. We thank the head of state. That guy is going all over the place. So somebody sent it to me. So I'm like, whoa. So I realized that the minister had used that statement and the statement was trending, right? And this guy went and he did not have to do a lot. He just did some beats. And then we thank the head of state. So my voices in the bushes, whatever. And that guy has been trending. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Oh, God,
so,
that's funny.
With that, and then at the same time, you bring out a marketing strategy. Let me tell you something, Julius.
Yes, sir.
I've outgrown being a music producer. I'm a music entrepreneur. When I do music, I do music business. When I sit down to work on a song, I should know where that song is taking me to, what that song is giving me. If I choose to invest in doing a song, I've done. When I did the theme song for Yafe, I got at least 4 million from that song. Not in royalties, as in cash. One song.
Wow.
I've done songs for organizations for a cause. It is not popular. You don't know it. But it got me a lot of money. Not popular music. Not trendy music. But like I'm saying, like every gospel artist, a gospel artist is an artist with a moral code. It is easy for you to do music for organizations. It's easy for you to do a song for World Earth Day. it's easy for you to do a song, you know, for climate change. It's easy for you to do a song for peace. It's easy for you to do a song. Like, for instance, the Blessing Project. Look at it. It became a hit worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just sat in London and they did a song. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. The same words all of us know. And it became an anthem during COVID. And it moved from one church to another, from one city to another, one state to another, one country to another, until we did our own version in Cameroon.
Wow.
As simple as that. And how did it come about? Because it was a song for a cause. For the period where we were losing life, we had no other hope but to turn on to Jesus and to turn on to God. And we choose to start proclaiming the blessing other than lamenting on the curse or on the plague.
Wow. And that's awesome. What you're sharing with us is true. I definitely agree. And I'm happy that everybody connected is hearing and learning a lot. Let me take you a little bit to talking about the. There has been this argument that has not still ongoing. CY International, you know, became the main advocate and proponent of it. Now, I don't want to talk about it in the secular context. I want to talk about it for the gospel, because some schools of thought believe that the gospel to be universal, of course, which is what we all know. The gospel is universal. It's a universal language, pretty much. And so, what would you think would be the way forward for a gospel artist in Cameroon when they get on stage and they happen to sing songs by Nigerian gospel artists, or do covers by Nigerian gospel artists, or do collaborations with Nigerian gospel artists? For example, the reason why I'm narrowing it to Nigeria, because there is a particular concern with Nigerians alone. You know, you can do it with a South African, Hannah Lukanzo, Deborah Lukalu, there we go. It's okay. But once it's with Nigeria, there is something. I recently had a man of God tell me that Maureen will be coming for a program in my church, you know, to minister, you know, but I know she has her songs and I know she'll be doing her songs. But in case she has to do any other songs, we are not doing Nigerian songs. It's a pastor that is telling me that, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, man of God, no problem. You know, but then I realized that it is something that is ongoing. What is your take or advice to us in the gospel industry when it comes to this particular thing?
Truth be told.
Truth be told, yes, sir.
All right. I initiated this.
Okay.
I told you I'm a trendsetter, and first never follows. I'm not trying to boast, but I'm talking with facts and with evidence. I initiated this. If you go to my page you'll see a video. I was talking to the minister, and I gave my point of view.
Sorry.
And asked for the 80-20. A lot of people are talking about the 80-20. They don't even know why. The 80-20. There is a law on broadcasts in Cameroon, the law of April 3rd, 1993, which states that for every media in Cameroon, the quota of broadcast is supposed to be 60% of foreign content and 40% of local content. Beautiful, no problem. No problem. Why? Because the same us who are struggling to ban Nigeria and other countries' music in Cameroon are struggling to go to other countries also to sell.
Yes.
And so, when you ban Nigeria, when you ban other countries from coming to your country, and you say you want to consume Cameroonian, no problem. My question is, what is the purchase power of Cameroonians when it comes to entertainment.
Wow.
Both locally and internationally. What is our purchase power? How many can boast of having bought a song online? Okay, Spotify just got to Cameroon. It was never in our region. For us to be able to stream songs on Spotify. YouTube Music is not in Cameroon as per our region. So when you don't want other people to be in your country, can you actually consume yours?
Wow. Man.
We don't really have that power, that consumption and purchase power. But let me narrow it down to you. How I came about initiating the fact that I need that we should consume 80% Cameroonian and 20% foreign. Simple. Anyway, it might not be simple to a lot of people. I did my logic and I did my statistics and I did my calculations. The head of state, the government, are with the slogan, Consommer Camerounais, we need to consume Cameroonian, consume Cameroonian. Fine. We actually want to consume Cameroonian. But then, why should we consume Cameroonian? If people are not given a reason to consume Cameroonian, they are not going to consume Cameroonian. First of all, I'm taking it secular like gospel because they are all artists. One of the things an artist feed up on is royalties, authors' rights. How many gospel artists are registered in Sonacam to be able to receive authors' rights? Little or none. How many of them know that they can live off of royalties? Little or no. How many gospel artists are registered in SASEM or in RC that they can receive international royalties? Little or none. How many gospel artists know about distribution of their songs? Little or none. Now, in Cameroon, we have Sonacam that pays rights, authors' rights. And for authors' rights to be paid, your rights are paid according to your dick spin. And dick spin is how many times you are on rotation, how many times they play your song. When you watch TV or you listen to the radio, they always tell you this person on the copyright desk. You always hear that when journalists are talking about teams, right? That the producer of the day was this person was the copyright desk, our sound engineer was this. There is a unit that is called copyright desk on every media house. And what is their job? Their job is to record from morning to night, 24 hours. This person, Maureen Foba, was played at 12 noon for 30 seconds or for 1 minute or for 5 minutes. Maureen, this other artist, Mr. Leo, was played. Daphne was played. Every single day, every work of art that is being played on TV is being noted. And it is information you can have access to. You can go and you know how many times you have been played on radio for the past 1 month. So, this information for all of these people, of these artists that are being played, is what is being taken and given to the author's rights units. That is Sonacam that manage authors' rights. And then money is being given from CRTV to that organ to pay the artist because we have broadcast your music or your video on our channel. MTN pays because they have been using your song for ringtone, and all one not they have to pay you. And so there's a data that is supposed to show how many times they have used your song as a ringtone. How many times it has rung on people's ears. You don't know about that. So all of that money taken from brasseries, as brasseries uses your music, bars, off license, nightclub, they pay taxes for using music. And all of that is supposed to be given to the artist.
Wow.
And that is only going to be given to registered artists. Number one, being registered is not enough. You can only be paid on songs that you have declared. So you can be Franco who sang Ole la Petite, and you come to Sonacom and say, my song was the biggest song of all time, and you don't have 25 francs because that song was never registered. So you can't claim royalties of a song that was never registered.
Wow. Wow.
These are things our artists don't know, especially the gospel artists.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree with you on that one.
So when I stand up and tell the minister, I want this law to be changed from 40 local to 80% local. What does that give us now in terms of statistics? Our artists will be played more. They will have more dick spin. They will be paid more.
I now see.
At the same time, we'll be consuming them more. Because they are being played more, it's more of promotion. We'll be loving the songs more. Because the same way faith comes by hearing and hearing, you're loving a song after you're hearing and hearing that song.
Now I see 20.
Now we will want to be inviting artists. We'll be inviting these artists who will be hearing their songs a lot. That goes now to the second part of my propositions to the minister, which I said we should regulate the influx of international artists over local artists, which came with a new law that has been signed again now that is going to reduce international artists. Because we should regulate. After our songs are spinning, we'll love it, so we want to experience this our artist life. These are the things CY doesn't know.
Wow.
These are the things a lot of people don't know. So it was a long list of well-elaborated points and with reason for every action. And which was coming to the fact that I told the minister, if you bring Burna Boy to Cameroon, you pay him 100 million. Burna Boy takes 100 million. He leaves Cameroon with 100 million. If you take Maureen Foba, you pay Maureen Foba 100 million. Maureen Foba will come and surely pay me some money to do her some other live sessions. Maureen Foba will pay studio, pay Phoebe to do another song. We'll pay, I don't know, Ada Kenji to do a video. We'll buy things from our market. We'll build her house. We'll help her parents. We'll help Geraldine. And the money will remain in our economy.
Wow.
So money will not be taken from Cameroon, but the money will stay in Cameroon and boost our economy. So when people don't understand these logics, they can go out and say they should ban Nigerian music, ban, and they're not founded. They don't know why they should ban. So no, we should consume. Why should we consume? They've not given us reason to consume. You understand? So it is a systematically well outlined game plan that I proposed to the minister, and I said They will bring Burna Boy and give him 100 million. They will take call from Mr. Leo and pay him 1.5 million. But then Burna Boy is an A-list artist in Nigeria. Mr. Leo is A-list in Cameroon. Why is there not a balance? So I said, Mr. Minister, the first thing you need to do is that you need to honor our artists and give them value. What happened next? The minister called Mr. Leo Salatier, Magasco, all of them, and gave them medals.
Wow. Wow.
These are some of the things to tell you my level of influence in the entertainment industry, corporate, like entertainment, with the government, and like with the artists.
Wow.
Those are some of the things I do that are not seen, but then it's for the industry and it's for the artists.
Wow. Wow. Man, truth be told, man, this is good information you're giving us. Now, I wanted
Everything
to move.
I'm telling you is documented. You can see, there is evidence. It's documented. You can see.
In your post, I've been seeing those documents. You are right, and I've been watching some of those videos live with you and the minister. I've seen that. Now, I wanted to move away from this, but I'm not going to do that because there's some questions from the audience and a couple of other things that I want to ask you regarding this. Now, particularly this information for us gospel, we did not know this. Okay, you talked about registering the artists, which we all understand that. I do have that information already, and I do that for my artists, right? I'm in that process. Now, you talked about declaring their songs. Throw more light about song declaration, and let's see how that works and what ministry or where do we go to declare songs, because to the typical gospel artists all over, they don't have this information. I'm talking a bunch of us there in Boya, Douala, Bamenda. We don't know this stuff, my brother. I'm telling you.
Boy, that is big knowledge. That's big knowledge. Anyways, it's always my delight, to share knowledge. First of all, let me ask you a simple question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever tried and done a video and put a song on it, and you upload on YouTube or on Instagram, and they reject that song, and they reject that video and tell you that this song is copyrighted?
Yes, I've seen that a lot. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, even Facebook. One time, Facebook shut down the link.
This is too much for a live show. This is supposed to be for a paid seminar.
Okay. We'll organize one.
I wouldn't hit that one, but let me just talk about the local one.
Okay.
That is too much for me to give for free just like that on a live video. Locally, when you register to Sonacam is the organ that manages the authors' rights in Cameroon. When you're registered to Sonacam, you are a member. So you have a right to be paid for your rights. As an artist, there is the other organ which manages what they call droit voisin, that is rights now of technicians and musicians, not singers. Because when you declare a song, there was a guitarist who played in that song, there was a bass player, there was a sound engineer, all of that. They have a different unit that manages that. So when you declare your song, you register all of that. When you register and you do a song, before you release that song, you take that song and you go, and I believe to register a song is how much? Is it 1,000 francs?
What?
It's 1,000 francs, and you're giving a receipt. That receipt is your visa for you to be able to have access and receive all those rights. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Knowledge is very expensive. You declare a song for 1,000 francs, and I think you register. I don't know if it's 15,000 francs, and then you just sit and they call you and they give you 1.5 million. They give you 2 million. They give you 3 million. as your rights because you're an artist.
Wow. Wow.
To declare a song is 1,000 francs CFA. You take the song, you put it on a CD, you with the name, the title, everything, with the details, and then you go with your CD hard copy.
Wow.
One of the things I also brought up to the minister was the fact that they should be able to digitalize declaration of songs.
There we go.
Because you cannot be in Kuseri and you do a song and you have to travel, to come and declare a song that will cost 1,000 francs. So, declaring a song is the easiest thing. Go and declare your album. You go with your album and you pay per song and you declare it. And they give you your visa. As simple as that. You just sit one day and you just get some bank alert,
Wow.
You just made some money. Last time, CLT went and paid how much? At least 350 million for authors' rights. And that money has to be shared to artists. MTN gave 200 million. Razaris, I can remember, I think it's 300 million too. So how much is that bought shared to Cameroonian artists?
Wow. Okay.
And you say you have been singing for 10 years.
I tell you. Well, I will definitely put this information out, this live feed, for most people to hear and follow up on this information. Now, there is something again related to this that I wanted to ask you. This happened a few months ago when I actually had heard it from your post on Facebook when the minister put out the communique about 2 million fans as registration for a license before you can organize events. Does that relate to us also in gospel? And if it does, can you throw some light on that particular decree when it came out for us in gospel?
First of all, for every event to take place, even if it's a crusade, you need an authorization.
That's right.
And you go obtain your authorization from the SDO that you're about to organize this particular event. Your event can be a crusade, it could be a concert, whatever it is, you get an organization. As long as it has to do, as it is music, there is no barrier as it is gospel, or you say no, because see people can take an authorization and Makosa will not. Gospel is a genre of music.
That's right.
But so it's 100% applicable. An event is an event. When you get Maureen Foba to fill Palais des Sports and people are paying great fee, you will not say no, it's free because it's the gospel.
Yep. That's okay. So, which means that the law is in effect, and to organize those programs.
And the law is for event organizers, not for artists.
Okay.
If you're an event organizer, and then if you have a hall or a venue where an event happens, if you choose to transform your church to host gospel concerts, I don't really know, but I'm sure it will be applicable. Because there's a price people who own venues for small scale, because it is respected small scale and large scale events. They also have to pay.
I see.
Yes.
Wow. Man, that's powerful. Lastly, before I let you go, we've been here for over 2 hours. Before I let you go, can you? I'm telling you, man, you've been feeding. We're so grateful for you. Can you tell us a little bit about what Bliss International Holdings does, so that we can now come? I want people to come for those services. Tell us what you do with Bliss International Holdings.
Bliss International Holdings does things that give money. The things that you do don't give money, don't come to us.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, but Bliss International Holdings is a marketing, communications, and production company. And so we do marketing, we do communication, and we do production. Yes.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
that's a summary, not
Mm.
sure. But each aspect of that has tentacles.
Okay.
Yes, it's spread in different ways because there are some other arms of Bliss that are not yet in fusion, and so I would rather not really talk about it right now. They're in the pipeline.
Wow. Okay. Well, then for those who are watching, this is Mr. Bliss. He is the CEO of Bliss International Holdings and the CEO of G3 Studios in Cité-Verte, Yaoundé. He is also the mastermind in seeing that a lot of good things happen for us in the Cameroon gospel industry. So if you are needing, I'm pretty sure he's available. Very simple, easy to work with. Yes, sir.
I'm seeing some questions. Please, when you talk about authorization, do you mean the host should register like an NGO, organization or company before being allowed to host the program? No. When event organizers, normally, you're first of all a company. You're a registered company, registered with the government. You're legal. You're supposed to be a legal entity.
That's
now,
right.
There is a tax that you pay to the Ministry of Arts and Culture for organizing events, because organizing events is a lucrative business. If Bliss is organizing an event in Maureen Foba, right now, it means I'm doing business and there's going to be ticket sales and all whatnot. And so I pay 2 million francs, a license, and your license covers you for 4 million francs, and your license covers you for 2 years. That means you can do 500 events. And in other words, it is also narrowing down mediocre event organizers.
That's right. Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah. So that is a way also for the government to curb, because a lot of people who have been doing fake events in Cameroon, they say, okay, we are bringing this artist and oh whatnot. People will pay their gate fee. At the end of the day, the artist is not there. And oh whatnot. For you to pay the amount means you're serious, and events is your thing, is your business.
That's right. So they scam people and take money like that. That's true. Wow, makes sense. Wow. Well, thank you so much for this knowledge. Again, people who are watching, this is Mr. Bliss. You can reach out to him for production and audio visuals if you want to have the best in terms of quality. Reach out to his team. Is there a contact number we can reach out to for your team in case people here want to reach out for some work to be done?
679799505.
Take it again. Well, let me
679
79
9505.
9505. All right, let me put that up on the screen so the people can see it.
Okay. Grace Olu, let me answer your question. When you are registered, that means that's your, how do you call it? In French, it's your frais d'inscription. That is, you're registered. When you declare, for a song to be declared, it's still like registering the song. But you're going to prove that this song is my song. Know that you can only fight your rights, author's rights, when for a song declared. If you declare the song first, it belongs to you. I don't know if you understand me, Julio.
Yeah.
If captured by Maureen Foba, if I sing captured today and I go and register it or declare it, it becomes my song. By the law, whether Maureen Foba did it 10 years ago before me, it becomes my song. Because I am the first. So declaring your song is protecting your song. That's why it's called author's rights. You're having the rights to this song. You have declared that this song belongs to me. So it's my song.
Wow. Wow, that's powerful. We better run and go register some of these songs before some people come and claim our songs.
You cannot sue anybody for plagiarism if your song doesn't have a legal ownership.
Wow.
All you will do is Facebook noise now. You just make noise on Facebook and you get there.
That's right.
First to register is first to own. That's why songs are being declared before they are released.
Wow. Man, we just get up and we just release all the thing. We just release the thing. And well, but may I also say that I think that I want to add that with updates in technology and everything through digital marketing and digital distribution, you know, we get the protection through our distribution partners. So let's say I distribute my song through CD Baby, and CD Baby offers me that unique, yeah.
When you're doing distribution, you're doing declaration.
That's right.
Indirectly. You're doing protection. You're owning rights to your song.
That's correct. So now, does that bring?
I'm talking about the national territory.
The national territory makes sense. There we go. Yes, sir.
Distribute wherever you like. You will never take royalties here if you are not declared here.
Wow, I see. Wow, wow, wow. Graceful is saying something here that's how a song was stolen. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, the same thing happened with Zangaliwa.
Yes. Yes.
You know, but then there is that it's at different levels. You know, there is also what we call the remix. You know, most of the times, if you say, when Jesus says yes, they can take it like a cover. When you do your songs, you want people to do covers. Do they take authorization for me to do the covers?
They do not.
Good. That's some kind of piracy.
Well, but the good news.
No, you only call it piracy when that cover that that person did becomes popular, more popular than your song. You start saying that they copied your song.
But then if you had your song declared through digital partners or in a national territory like you're saying, no matter how that person's cover sells out there, the commission goes to you.
Let me tell you something.
If I'm not mistaken.
There are some popular artists in Cameroon, well known. I don't want to call names, but they have hit songs. Their songs are hit. Some other person took them and went and declared them in Sasem and has been receiving their royalties for the past 5 years.
Wow.
Now the person wants to go register his songs and say, no, these songs are already registered. It belongs to somebody else.
Wow.
And you can't even trace the person.
What?
Because it's a whole chain of networks that money just goes into some account somewhere.
So I'm sending my lawyers to that deletion. If I catch one of my songs that have been registered, we're going to hire a private investigator to hunt them down. Goodness.
One other thing you're talking about lawyers. Cameroon Entertainment. There are people who study law, but a lot of 80%, 90% of the lawyers you have here don't know entertainment law. They don't know how entertainment runs, so they can't even advocate for you. They will not know the terminologies. They don't even know. They are lost. I've had cases that people have met me to consult with me, and who they've been running with lawyers, and lawyers are going to court until they want to go and fight cases which the lawyers don't even understand. And they go and get ridiculed in church, but they are seasoned lawyers.
Yeah, that's funny.
Master, work day.
Truth be told, work day. Wow. Mr. Chichi, man, you've given us some gold information today that, you know, we could not buy. Now, my team, we're going to organize a seminar, hopefully, so that we will have an in-person conversation like this. You come again, you have to come and meet us in person to talk about these things and teach us.
I hope my envelope is going to come stamped.
Yes, if we are organizing that live seminar, we're going to prepare a big envelope for you, sir. Now, just so you know, we cannot pay you enough, but we'll always be there to support, to push as much as possible. Thank you for taking out 2 hours of your busy schedule to come talk to us and to encourage my people, my community. We love it. Personally, we love you. We love the work that you are doing. Keep going. We are praying for you. We are praying for Bliss International Holdings, that everything that God has purpose in your hands will come into fulfillment. So keep pushing, sir. I do understand you may also have your own challenges, but as you have always done, go through them. Keep going as well. And to those of you who have been watching us, this is The Revolution with myself. My name is Julius T. And today we had Mr. Bliss, and he shared. Go back and watch the video again. There is so much that is embedded in this. This video is going to be available on our page here on Facebook and on our YouTube page. It's already there live, so you can go and watch. Invite your people you know who need this knowledge to go back and watch. Not just in the gospel, people out there who want to get this knowledge can go back and watch this video, and it's going to greatly change them. Now, do you have any last words for us before we go ahead and sign out for today, Mr. Bliss?
Well, like I told you in the beginning, Mr. Bliss always gets fed up with what he's doing. And if you think you've seen the best of me, or you've seen all of me, I'm about to show another face of me which people don't know in the coming months, and it's going to be a new trend. That's me. And to all of you out there, truth be told, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being consistent, keep being relevant, and do not settle for mediocre stuff. Do not procrastinate. At the same time, be patient. Now you might ask me, how does that to come in place? How should I be patient, and at the same time I shouldn't procrastinate? You know, when it's time, it is time. You know,
it's time. Yes, sir.
Sometimes there is never a second chance for a first impression. So what you want to put out there, sit down, relax, go over it again and again and again. Accept criticism, accept critics, you know, keep polishing it, keep refining it. When it is ripe, bro, and banana ripe, it all ripe. You know, a mango don't ripe, it all ripe. You cannot hide it, you know. And so I wish you all, those who are here, for 2 good hours. I don't even know it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, we're all there. Nobody left, so everybody got information.
Thanks again, Julio, for the work you're doing. You're doing a great revolutionary work. God bless you and all your endeavors. God bless your team. Congratulations to Charisma, to Geraldine, to Maureen, to JT, wife to what's the name again? Is it Terry? Annie? Benny? What's it again?
Who is that?
Your guy.
Mr. Nerus.
Neri.
Yeah, Neri.
Yeah. So congratulations to the whole Ablaze team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the future. You know, Ablaze is going to be on flames.
Amen.
So, you know, and keep pushing, and you know I'm here, Julio, anytime.
Yes, sir. Always. I know. I come to you. You are my big brother. You know, when I call you, I say, big bro, I need you. Just pick up the phone that I'm coming. You know. But when I drop the call, when we hang up for now, I'm going to call you. Let's talk about that Bible school where you go. So.
You want to see my diploma? You even want to see? Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me show you something real quick. That's you.
Okay. This one says the board of recent, the award of excellence.
Regents.
Regents. Wow. Wow. So amazing. Wow. This is it means you will start church now. You're supposed to just go start church now, so we just can fellowship.
Say our office, say our office, say our office.
You're a trained you're a trained bishop. Bishop. We're supposed to call another Bishop Chichi Ladislav.
Yeah, what is that for?
Yeah. That's powerful. I'm going to let you go for now. It was nice having you, sir. We'll definitely want to have you back later on. Let me get all the response from people, and if we have to, we'll have to pay and get you back. No problem. We'll definitely get you back on. Esther Charisma said that she's bringing her tithes, so expect tithes from Charisma.
The apostles' feet.
And the apostles. Thank you.
All right. Hi to everybody. Hi to Epeti.
Yeah.
Epeti is watching. That is junior parliamentarian from the Southwest.
Oh, wow.
Serious entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Hi to you. That's honorable. Please. All due respect.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed rest of your evening.
All right. God bless you, bro.
For those of you who have been watching, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy this awesome live feed as it is available on all our platforms. Keep watching and following AblazeTv. We are available for your business. If you need our services, we do graphic designings. We do, other coverages as well. We also have our partners ready on standby to assist you with every digital distribution you need for your song as well. So do reach out to us if you are interested in any of our services. Thank you so much. I want to leave you the comfort of one of the songs, a live concert that was done by Mr. Bliss himself for our very own artist, Maureen Foba. So I'm going to leave you in the comfort of that live stream. Share it, enjoy it. And if you need a service like this, do reach out to Bliss International Holdings as we have displayed the number, and you will be greatly blessed. You have a blessed evening.
I pray you'll be our eyes and walk. Pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask the light behind. We ask the light behind. And watch us from above. And watch us from above. We hope each soul will find. We hope each soul will find. A soul to love. Another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Hey, I've been captured by your love, Jesus love, Jesus love. I've been captured by your love, Jesus love, Jesus love. Where you found me, how you pick me, when me I forgot, Jesus your love. How you challenge me, you bring out the best in me, Jesus. Where I thought dead, if no be Jesus love, Jesus love. Yeah, Jesus love. Yeah, yeah. Where you fly, how you pick me, when me I forgot, God. Jesus, your love, how you challenge me, you bring out the best in me, Jesus. Where I fought dead, Jesus.